Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Xera Survival. For those of you joining me for the first time ever, my name is Sabouts, and for those of you returning to my channel for another series, I'd like to welcome you back. Xera Survival is, as it says in the name, a survival game. Currently in early access. It's actually a closed alpha, so I guess it's not early access, but a closed alpha, and I have a chance to actually play the game and get into it. So, the game is essentially a survival game, but it's got a little bit of a twist to that aspect where instead of just a basic survival game or a survival game with zombies, which we see being a lot more popular today, it's actually a survival game with robots. So I guess as the story would go, robots have risen to power, they've overtaken the world and cast humanity off to the side, and now humanity's just trying to survive. So I think that's pretty cool. It's definitely a unique twist to the survival genre, and I'm looking forward to playing with you guys and seeing what the game has to offer. Let's go ahead and jump right into the survival. I have not played the game yet, so we'll both be witnessing the game for the first time together. And clicking on America, we're going to look and see there's two servers currently. We've got the Redwood Valley official server, USA East 1, and it's got 23 players in it, so we'll go ahead and join. There's a decent amount of players actually playing when you consider the different regions and then the different servers in those regions. I find that there's a good amount of people. And like I said earlier, I was mistaken. It's not early access. It's closed alpha, but it is moving towards early access. Now, they've actually opened it up for people to play on the weekend, this weekend, and then next weekend they're going to open it up as well. So I figured I'd sneak it in real quick. It's a late Sunday night. I'd sneak it in, I'd try the game, and then I could play more next weekend after seeing what it's about. So we're in right now. We've got spawn protection, but that is over right now. We've got a village off in the distance there. You can see down in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, we've got a food meter, we've got a water meter, and we've got a life bar. So very simple, easy to understand. Top right-hand corner looks like we've got our networked connectivity as well as our frame rates. Some pretty promising frame rates right now, which looks great. And I guess at the top there, I'll say that that is a bar for leveling up, and in the left top corner of the screen it looks like we've got our direction here, so you could essentially say that we've got a compass or something. And it's got degrees as well, so that's pretty cool, because if you're communicating with a group of other players, you might be more apt to give them the degrees for better coordination. Because if you say, oh, you know, the enemy's northeast, well, that's a lot of northeast. So if you could be like, oh, he's 48 degrees, then everybody can kind of spin around till they hit 48 degrees. So I always like when they incorporate compasses in the game and stuff like that, that make that a little bit more useful. Okay. I just had to lock my cursor. If you're wondering why my guy just did some dance moves there, I had to lock my cursor to my screen because I've got multiple monitors, and if I don't lock my cursor to my screen, it likes to drift off on my other screen and then click on random things when I'm trying to interact with stuff in the game. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and try to, I guess, navigate some of these houses here. So that's the communication, okay. That's the punch. Alright, so I'm kind of navigating the controls. I don't know if there is a first person. It probably makes sense to take a look real quick at the game controls. So we got crouch mode, forward, sprint, auto run. So this is pretty simple actually. Looking through the controls, there's really not a whole lot there. Quick med is Q, that's good to know. Reload R. Secondary, primary weapon, melee weapon throwable, first, third camera toggle, which is actually what I wanted there. And then there's group already. Uh-oh. Okay, I wanted to be in first person. Not really sure what that was. I don't know if you guys heard that. It didn't sound good, I'll tell you that. First look, reload. Okay, detonate. Yeah, so there's a group invite there. The group invite's important. A lot of games don't come with that right out the gate, which is crazy because the big thing about survival games is interacting with your friends and stuff. I find that to be extremely important. Inventory is tab. Press the talk T, action E. Okay, so I've got it all. Tab there. Okay, so here's our character. You can see various types of armor and weapons we can equip, carry, medical, backpacks. So that's good. Hopefully we'll find some guns, and then hopefully we'll be able to find some items. So going around here, I can interact with things using E. It doesn't seem that I can open stuff up. As far as I can tell, I don't seem to have any interaction with that. So maybe a little bit different than some other conventional games. Believe it or not, the time is on that stove, which I find just amazing. And the sound of punching things seems to have gone away. Ah, I think stuff is spawning in. Okay, so maybe stuff wasn't spawning in originally, but now we've got a water, so we'll pick that up. Okay, fresh water, good. We don't need it for a little bit now. Okay, so stuff is spawning in. The loot table probably just not fully spawning. Again, everything you're going to see right now during these videos is very, 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 very alpha. So there's going to be bugs, there's going to be hiccups, there's going to be all sorts of crazy stuff. That's just the way it goes. Turn ambient sounds just a little bit. Game I'm fine with though. Actually turn it up a little bit. Okay, so what else can we find here? Hopefully we don't run into any robots, honestly. Actually, I'm kind of hoping we don't run into any other players. I feel like the robots might be buggy enough I can get away from them. Other players, though, they're always, like, the danger. Alright, so we got some 5.56 rounds. We'll go ahead and pick that up. Ah, we got stuff spawning in. Some 9mm rounds. We don't know what kind of gun we're going to find yet. So we'll just pick up whatever ammunition we can. Batteries. Until we eventually find a gun. I actually like the interacting and picking stuff up. I like that the items are highlighted. Reminds me a lot of like the War Z, also known as Infestation Survivor Stories. Probably one of my favorite survival games until it eventually got taken over by hackers. Explosive chemicals and a drone chassis. So I'm going to go ahead and just say that these are probably not, well, they are important. They're probably not super important this early on in the game. We don't have a whole lot of materials for crafting and such. Okay, football helmet, auto-equipped. We have another football helmet. Do these have anything? Let's see. Helmet protects 10% of headshot damage. Okay, so I just wanted to see if it had any type of deterioration or anything like that. It doesn't look like that's in the game, so we're not going to worry about it. But we now have food and we now have water. So that's good. The drone chassis. You know, I'll go ahead and pick it up because it seems like we can hold a lot. Survive time 5 minutes, skill rating. We can hold 15 kilograms. So I'll just pick everything up and then we'll just start dropping stuff if we get over encumbered. I think it's going to be the best way to handle it. Let's see what we got up here. Ah, finally, a Glock 17. I'll take that. And we have 17 rounds for it. What does it take? Requires 9mm ammo. Yep, we've got the 9mm ammo right there. So we'll go ahead and load this up. Great. Now we got a weapon if we come in contact with other players. Or worse, robots. Or I guess players would be the worst thing to run into right now. We'll be ready for it. Get some soda and I guess alcohol. Not sure if alcohol is really something we want to be drinking though. Used for crafting, so probably makes bandages and such. Speaking of bandages, we found gauze. What were the chances? So how do you craft? Let's see, crafting. So we can craft bandages, a drone level 1. This drone is an extremely useful tool in many combat situations. Pressing O will spawn the drone. Okay, so I guess we do want that because we've got the chassis, which is probably one of the hardest parts to find. We just need to find some more batteries and some blades. We could definitely do that. A C4 remote kit, and the bandages and the gauze. We need cloth, and then cloth and alcohol. So we're still missing a lot of stuff. Liking the ambient sound effects. Is there a map? There is a map. Does it tell me where I am? Yes, right here. We're in Camp Eden. Right there's ours. So we've got Redsville City, Nader military base up there. That'll probably be a really good place to go for weapons. Castle Rock settlement. So there is settlements in the game. Golden Eagle settlement. Okay. Camp Pleasant. Hunter's Hideout. Ooh, that was cool. I like that. Alright, gotta say, the game does look good. Chips. I do recognize some of these assets in the game, though. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Before anybody attacks me, I might be wrong. But I've played enough Infestation Survivor Stories, along with Next Day Survival, and a couple other games that I feel like I somewhat recognize a few of the assets. But that's no big deal. I could care less. There's only so many ways to make a bag of chips. So, I could be wrong. Alright, small bag of chips restores 5% hunger. We're good so far. We do get the melee weapon now. I'd like to equip that just to see. Okay. Alright, good to know. So I don't know if I'm going to use the melee weapon, but... A metal pipe. I'm guessing that's for crafting. I don't know what you would craft yet. Or maybe it's a melee weapon. Because these are the blueprints I have. It don't seem like there's any other blueprints. I don't know if you could find them or discover them. I see there's a skill rating here, so... metal pipe has a base damage. Yeah, so it's just a metal. It's just a weapon there. That's how we can actually drop it on the ground. That's pretty useful. Okay. I'm going to say the game looks good, though. I'm having absolutely no issues with frames. Pulling 90-something frames right now. You look up at the sky, or get up to 150, almost 160 frames. Interesting enough, the moon dropping those frames all the way to 90. It don't matter, though. Yeah, looks good. The big thing with a lot of these early access survival games is usually the frames just being trash because they're not optimized very well, but this seems to not be having a problem. Okay, is there another cabin? There's one more cabin, and then we're off. We're off to go check out some other stuff. I definitely think the military camp, but I will say I'm slightly concerned that we'll bump into some more people around there. But that might not be an issue because we just found more ammunition for our G17. Not that a G17 is the pinnacle of weapons to equip. Can I set markers? No, but there is a supply drop. It was in the map earlier. Somebody actually grabbed it. Well, hopefully we'll get another supply drop. It's kind of cool that that's in the game. So the military base is that way. The road is over here. So I guess we'll hit the road and go from there. Is there a stamina bar? Can you pretty much run forever? Generator. Can we use it? No. Oh, there is stuff out here, though. Some cloth. Okay, so that makes me happy. Not everything is not just located inside the buildings, then. So you can find stuff outside the buildings, around the ground, in campsites like this one. That's good to know. I always hate when it's like the same, like stuff just spawns in the same spot. I think it's kind of stupid and a little unrealistic. There's a lot of food out here. This is good stuff. Ooh, a large backpack. So that just increased our capacity by a lot. 45 kilograms. I'll take it. A military crate that's locked. Let's see how do we get into this. Press E to unlock. Wow! If you hold E, it literally spams that down the screen. A key is required to unlock this crate. So I don't know how to get crate keys. You probably just buy them on the store. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't know if that's how. I don't know if you can buy stuff in the game. For anybody that just got like concerned there, I don't. Yeah, there might be a way to get them, but I'm not aware. Maybe you got to kill certain robots for them. Which we haven't seen any robots yet. I'll take that as a blessing. So we're heading off. Oh, we're heading down to the river. Nah, see, we want to go north towards the military camp. So we've got to hit this road up here. I wonder what that military crate has in it. I'm actually very, very curious. I wish I had a key. Because I bet it's like a really good gun or something. I wonder what year this game takes place. Actually. We know there's robots. And obviously drones are pretty integral. Like something that you can just use to help you with combat and stuff. Okay, so if we follow this road, it kind of takes us towards the military base. We could always cut through the mountains. That might not be a bad idea. Oh, we have not seen any robots. I could have swore earlier I heard some, but I don't see any out here on the roads. I don't know if the robots spawn in. There's a couple different ways. I've seen a couple survival games do it. The robots might only spawn in on certain villages. They might spawn in around the world map. They might move around a lot. I'm trying to remember. I thought I read a lot of stuff on the game. This was a ways back, and then it kind of fell off my radar. And then it came back on my radar. And I haven't read anything since. Okay, that's way too far for me to get to. It's obviously out of the question. But this military base is not. And supply drops probably got good stuff. And I will say, large possibility a supply drop is probably where you could find a key. We've almost leveled up to level 2. I would say that probably leveling up is how we're going to unlock more blueprints to be able to unlock stuff. We're going to find out. don't know what kind of stuff can be unlocked. There might be perks that you can unlock that makes your character a little bit better. Hopefully nothing game breaking. This is a multiplayer game, so anything that would give anybody a strategic advantage, a significant strategic advantage over somebody else might not be fun in a game like this. Next Day Survival, I think, had a system somewhat like that. You could actually... Oh, sorry, I definitely hear gunshots or something. I should have known. I figured the military base was definitely going to be a hot spot for activity. And Infestation, it was always the place to go if you want to fight people. Riverton Motel. I wonder if that'll be a military base or something. Riverton, Riversdale, Mountain Lodge Hotel. Yeah, the whole... It sounds like the whole military base is just full of people. I'm hearing different calibers of gunfire. Yeah, and a lot of it. I may have been wrong about my G17. I probably very clearly outmatched. Daytime's coming too. A little foggy though. It's going to make it very hard for us to see if there's anybody down there without getting too close. I'm going to go ahead and assume right out the gate that everybody I encounter in the military base is going to be lethal. Going to be an enemy, a lethal enemy. I don't think there'll be any friendlies around here. The shooting has stopped, so whichever people were shooting at each other, somebody died. It's safe to assume that whatever enemy was here was eliminated, so there's going to be a couple people left or one person left. I don't know how many people were here. Nope, there's some shots fired there. Might be a couple groups. Oh, I don't really see an opening in that fence. That is really kind of poorly placed around this hill. Shots are very close now. Let me go ahead and apply this a little bit so that I can hear better. Maybe get a better idea of the direction. We gotta find an entrance. Third person close is buggy. My bullets went through you. Okay, so people are chatting right now. There's really no... I like that there's not much of a... I don't think there's really very much at all. Oh. There's two people. Oh, crap. Just one guy there. The other guy hooked right. He's right there in the hangar. I'm probably very noticeable. Obviously, if they can see me. Or if I can see... Sorry, if I can see them, they can see me. I lost him. There's an entrance right over there in the gate. Okay, let's pull back and approach this way with caution. This is dumb. I really shouldn't be going in here. Okay, hopefully that wasn't directed towards me. No, it's not. Is there really that many people in this area that they're all just able to sit here and keep shooting at each other? Maybe they're fighting robots. I'm definitely going to die doing this. Yep, here we go. I'm getting shot at. Wow. Okay. Well, there you go. Our first death. Hey, cool. You can spawn nearby random or the safe zone. So we'll go ahead and I'm not going to bother spawning nearby. We'll do a random spawn. And that puts us right outside Rockdale. So, unfortunately, we died, but we're going to get a better hang of the game as we continue to go forward. But we'll end the episode off here. So, I'll head down to Rockdale, and that is where we will leave off. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think of the game. I think it's pretty cool. There's potential here. Definitely very, very young alpha game. But if they continue to work on it and improve it, who knows where it can go. Everything's got potential, so we'll see. But again, like I said, let me know in the comment section what you think. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. It really helps the channel out a lot. So with that being said, I want to thank you all for joining me. I do hope that you've enjoyed it. I look forward to seeing you next time.